Okay guys, hello, and my name is International Master Minh. I'm sorry for not streaming for like last 15 days, but now we are back. So now once again we'll play a rapid game with some random players, trying to give you guys like I can say some good knowledges and some lessons for sure. Be sure to ask me a question after the game finish. And hopefully we all enjoy the session and we all enjoy the game. Sure? So let's start. And first game. I don't know, I think we only be able to play one game only, I suppose. Starts. And the time control is like 10 minutes. So now we meet like Ikea from India. Okay, I'm gonna play E4, maybe E4. C6. Some opponent opt for the Caro Kann defense. So now, I mean, like there are plenty of things you can try to do. D4 or C3 here, they're both fine. I think you play D4, sure. D4. D5. And now, guys, now that I want to ask you what you want to see. The advance here, exchange or C3, or maybe fantasy here as well. So what do you want here to see for white? I mean, normally here for white, so what do you want to look at? I mean, I'm gonna try to play that for sure. Just see, I mean, I just want to see like the line that you want to go for was. Okay, so no one's here. I mean, like, pawn is exchange, but okay for me. Let's try this one. This is funny. The fantasy F3. This one I think has been getting quite popular from last year, when Fabi and some strong players start to play this one for white against the Caro Kann. This can be called like some very fun and obviously a really surprising weapon for white against the Caro Kann variation. The line that is called to be really solid for black. Yes, I know that. And we are also play this one against Lysenko as well. And I think last year Fabi played with Firouzja with white as well, I think so, and he win as well. I mean, this line shoulder is considered to be surprising weapon for white. You can see that my opponent here is like spending time on his clock, right? Basically, I don't think he knows what is this. Now there are plenty of things black can do here, but this is something really rare, I think. The main line here must be like D4 or like maybe like here or here, but this one is rare. Okay, I'm gonna play Knight C3 is fine, but here I wanna try and push E5 right away. Yes, it is. I mean, I prevent black bishop from developing. Nice. Actually, this is like it's really strange for me though. Bishop D3. I trying to develop my bishops, at the same time I prevent black from developing his bishop normally though. G6. He want to go for I think like bishop to F5, I guess so. But that's not something that makes me some worries, I can say. F4. Sure, F5. This makes sense though. This makes sense. But guys, I want to show something so fun here. Believe me. Text. Like here, so now actually guys, this kind of sacrifice is very typical in the Caro Kann variation. E6. This kind of sacrifice is very typical, I can say that. Why? Since it's like open E5 square for the knight, also weaken this king as well. Takes and knight 3. Now I can go here and here. and that really, I can say, harass the black pieces. A6, knight e5 checks. You guys will start seeing how annoying it is for black now. Okay guys, first question. You can see his king is weak here, right? You see the king is weak, you see? How can we first start the attack here? Right now. Let's go. How can we start attack here at this moment? It's wild for sure. You know, the fantasy is considered to be something really wild indeed. But now how can you try and set up the attack here? Watch your play and let's go. You can see the king here is really weak here, right? And time to do something against him. Let's go. To be honest, G4 actually is really strong. To be honest, you see the king on G7, right? So when you play G4 and you go to G1, you're attacking here right away. That is really strong. But here I wanna try to do something different. His king is weak, so I want to go for something attacking right away. Castle is fine, but this is slow. I mean, that move can give black some time to consolidate his pieces. I will go Queen D3. Why? By Queen D3 here, I attacking both F5 and something else. And he make mistakes, E6. He defend his pawn here. But he forget about my other move. So now, what to do here? Basically, Queen D3 is stronger. Since not only for Queen G3 here, I set up another threat. So this is a move with double attack. And you know, double attack and double threat is always considered to be better. Sure? Queen G3 now. Correct. And now if you play here, he's mitted, right? You see? So you can see that he simply collapsed really early now. Knight G4 is the only move, but that also loses instantly. G4 is just forcing. I mean, this is a mid, right? I mean, you can see that somehow when he misplays in a fantasy, so things can get badly fast for my opponent. You see he's like 1900 in rapid, right? And still gonna crash. Okay guys, now how can white continue here? I will come back later. He got king mistakes earlier, but I will try and come back later for sure. Just it is, H3. And you know, since the knight is pinned here, you win a piece right away, right? That's when things get really fast. And you know, actually the attack is not finishing yet. Text, obviously. Okay guys, keep it up. How can white still go on with the attack? I can say earlier, the attack is not over yet. How can white still keep attacking here? It's not over yet. His king is still so weak and there's not a lot of defenders here. So the attack is still going on. Guys, Knight G4 is very strong as well. But you know, this is even stronger. Rook H5. Open up everything in the king side. The pawn in H5 is defend his pawn in G4, which is important, right? So this one, take here Queen G4 is a check and it's a double attack as well. And this actually is even more stronger, right? Simply his king is completely getting wrecked. Knight G4 also pretty strong as well. I think Knight G4 can also, can even be stronger. Actually it is. But I just want to show you this one here, since I think this is like more beautiful and this is a bit for more content, right? Although I agree with Knight G4 actually. Queen G5 with simply take here, I think. Take here. Now Rook G5 is the only move. This is the only move for him though. He played that. But still, this is winning for sure. We can simply play here to win material. But since I want to go for the attack, I still play this one. I'm still attacking here. Obviously, I can try and do something different, but you know, I just want to keep attacking him. That's why I will keep doing some punch here, right to his face. Now my idea is this way. You know, basically he made some, I can say some key mistakes, some crucial mistakes earlier. D6. A good try to defend. I mean, if he trying to eliminate the knight, there can be less danger. But actually, he's still in really serious trouble. Serious trouble. Queen e6, this one. Free pawn, right? Free pawn. And now basically he's in some serious trouble here. You can also go queen strike earlier. I mean, basically everything is winning for us. Everything's winning for us. But okay, let's go. I mean, like, I think let's go this way. Checks. Checks. You know, now basically, although with the queen and the pawn, his king is still in some really trouble here. Also, we can sim take here if you want to go like winning easier. Checks, right? When we do something so cool, take your pawn. Why not? Why not? I mean, okay, guys, why to play and win? Let's finish your opponent right now. Why to play and win? Do it. He didn't even let us to crush him though. He didn't even let us to do that. Here the move is like queen h8. This one. This is the easiest way, actually. The easiest way. It is also fine to go this one as well. To promote, and this one here with e6, right? And queen h8 is fine though. I mean, like here, so you play here, we play bishop g5. And a skewer here as well. Right? I mean, everything's winning. But basically he doesn't let us to do that. I mean, yeah, this is also winning for sure. G5. Right? And you know, this is next move. And you see, basically, do you see that? I mean, like, the strength of the fantasy. You know, although my opponent is like 1800 in rapid, 1900, I mean, he's still getting wrecked easily. Sure? You see that? Okay, so let's come back to the game and let me try to explain to you what should happen, and also the things like the strength of the fantasy variation. Sure? And be sure to ask me a question along the game, along the process, since I mean that can be helpful for you guys. I mean, this is like the kind of the same thing with the speedrun by Dania. This is like the same with speedrun by Dania, but this is actually I can say that. I mean, obviously I cannot be compared to Dania in, I mean, like explaining things, but I'm trying, so please tell me your feedback so that I can try and get better. Sure? Let's get back to the game here. Okay, turn it off and turn it in here. Okay, you see the game here again. Okay, so e4, c6, e4, d5, f3. Okay, so this is called Fantasy's Variation. As I mentioned earlier, basically this is considered to be accuracy. I don't know. You want to, so okay, this should be pretty quick, I guess so. 1 second. Accuracy. I don't think I play with really correct accuracies, but obviously Black is playing bad game. F? Hello, I'm F here. Hello. Yeah, I mean, actually I see my OBS is struggling now as well. I think my OBS is shaky a bit, I guess so. I think. Yes, there's some dropping frames. Yes, it is. Seems too laggy. I know that. I mean, I think I need to finish the analyzing. I mean, I think the, you know, recording is eating my bandwidth a lot. I guess so. I'm sorry for the lag, actually. Oh, Jesus. Okay, sure, I will show later. Oh wait, oh yes. I mean, this is like such a bully though, right? Such a bully. I mean, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry, my opponent. This is such a bully. I mean. Oh my goodness me. 98.6. I mean, basically, he didn't know what to do, I guess so. Or no? Or no then? I don't know. I think there should be something that is shown here. But I think the game is not showing here, I guess. So I'm trying. Okay, queen is bad here. Game changer. Wow. Actually, where is the? Yeah, I'm trying to see here. Where is the? Okay, actually, one moment here. Okay. Where is my? Okay, here we are. This one. E6. I mean, I know that. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, this can be fun. I don't think this is correct. This can be. I mean, like, you know. Basically, this is fun though. I know how to defend this one. I will mention that later in the game. You guys come back to the display scene here. Guys, okay, f3. First of all, the main line here for black is d4. It's d4. They will contrast back with f pawn, and black play e5 right away. e5. This one. This is the main line of the fantasy variation. Now white must play knight f3. Let's play knight f3. If you play now, this is considered to be so fun. Since now black can win on this pot. h4. And g3, queen e4, and he wins rook here. And black wins right away instead. So e5 is a small traps. Actually, this kind of trap is a thing that you can try to trick someone at like the 1000 level. At 1000 level. I think I teach some of my students with this trick for black, and actually that works in the 1000 level. I think around that it works. So black can try this way. So now white play knight f3 indeed, knight f3. f3. At this point he can becoming dangerous, since the idea by white is going like bishop c4 and castles and go for fast attack. So here one needs black. The main lines like bishop c4 here. Bishop c4 here and knight e7. Obviously knight f6 here is bad since white played this way. And knight e5 and g4. I mean, you know, the e4 is like the main line, but this is pretty tricky. Black needs to know something there as well. If you want to make it safe for black. So you can simply play this way, e6. But actually this is something that you don't want to make. Since you can, I think you can see that. But this move here, so your bishop here actually is bad, right? And when you play Caro Kann, so you don't want to make that bishop becoming that passive. You understand me? So this thing also is fine, but this is a thing that, you know, the Caro Kann player don't really want to make. You can also play this one as well, which I think Firouzja play as well for black, and this line actually is considered to be the best. Queen b6 to put pressure on this pawn here on b2. And knight c3 here, so this way, and then let's see 5 here in the future. This one. And go for the center break. Yeah, basically, I think queen b6 should be the best line. And now white should play a3 here. And I mean, I know only the thing for sure. But basically, f3 is not really scary. Especially if black know what to do. Queen a5, simply knight c3 here. It's fine for us. In the game, knight c6 here is considered to be, I think this is the first mistakes. e5. e5. Black should go this one. And now the game will be transposed to the French. He should go this way, and now the game will be transposed to the French. Knight j actually is really bad. Should e3. He should play c5. Actually, I mean, he missed this. My opponent simply so focused on this bishop on c8, but he forget that his position is starting to get squeezed. So we need to get, he need to get out of his pieces. You understand me? You understand me? Be sure to ask question if you don't feel understand something somewhere. g6. Actually, f4 is not so strong. I can't even try and go h4 here. Actually, it's very annoying for him. Very annoying for him. But okay, basically, I don't want to do something so risky. That's why I simply play f4 here and play knight f3 next. Anyone here actually? Actually, now my stream's kinda laggy as hell. Okay, I think time to call it a day, to be honest. But okay, after this game here. But I can sense my lag from my OBS. It is like, the frame is like jumping like hell here. I can say F4, F5, change. I can place knife 3 simply and trying the castles, but it's this way. And this one actually is considered to be one of the most familiar sacrifice. Black mistakes is one. I will go queen h5 here, king here, knight e3 is one. And he go queen 9 here, queen h3, queen here maybe. And actually, this is tough. If he doesn't know how to defend, this is tough actually. But this is the best way to play for him. This is wrong. Takes, knife 3. And now, he must go this way. Go this way. Right away. Knight 5, you go the king to e8, I think. And knight go this way here to eliminate the knight. Basically, he didn't know that. So he played like s6 here to defend knight g5. Right? Knight here. The king must go to e8. Guys, that's the thing. King g7, and now queen e3. A very strong move. Actually, now things get bad for him. Guys, I got a small question here for you. Okay, here we are. So now, what is the only move that can defend both queen f5 and queen g3? What is the only move that can defend both the threats here, guys? If someone's here, can you answer me? I know that most of the guys here has to go out due to the lucky issues here, so I'm like really sorry for that. I don't know why, but I get like lucky all of a sudden. Okay. Yes, knight 4 is the only way. Correct. This one. This must be play. But why can still play rook g1 here and rook g4? This king is super weak here. That's an issue. It's an issue. In the game he played, yeah, this is wrong for sure. And after this one, he's dead. Yeah, for sure. Right here, h3, h5, this one. Actually guys, knight g4 is fine though. He can try and go bishop b4 here, or he can try and do something to survive, I can say. So I think knight h5 is like the death for him. Take here, right? Take here. What is g4? Good question though. If you play, one moment. If you play something like, okay, g4 here, he can play the text here. That's why I don't love to play this one. And rook g1, you can play like h5. This one here. So now I think that the idea to go for g4 actually is a pretty, let's say, hasty. h3, right? h3. He go like d7, and here, instead of open up the file, you go h4 to close the file of the close g file here, and the attack here actually is gonna be slowed down. You understand? Basically he can close the file. That's why g4 now actually is something. It's not really strong at first. You understand me? g5 now e4. Basically when the rook is like close here, the queen actually will find hard to get into the game as well. So it's not gonna be so scary. At first it looks like the king is weak, but when your pieces is so far away. If you take in g4, so obviously he will open up the king here, right? And it is that. It is. You understand me? Damn it, OBS now, my OBS now is tricky as hell. Okay, let me try to turn up the camera for a while and see if it can make better. One moment. Okay. No, it's too lucky though. I think this is a problem with my, I think I'm trying to record. It is the same thing. In the game, basically he goes something wrong and he doesn't know opening. And he got wrecked here. Basically he got wrecked here. This is so dangerous. His king is so bad, right? And at the end, I think the end is quite, I can say, basic as well. Okay. Yeah, any questions here? Guys, any question for the game? Any questions for the game here? For someone who's still in my stream, any question for the game here? It's getting lucky as hell. I know that. I know it's lucky. I know that. Nothing I can do though. I know how lucky it is, but nothing I can do, I suppose. I know how lucky it is. I know. Best response to e6. Where? I mean, this way here, right? Knight c3 and bishop e3, queen e2, castling. That is the setup that we need to do. Knight c3, bishop e3, queen e2, and castling here. Like I mentioned earlier, so you can choose both, two variation here, d4 and e5, the main variation, or queen b6 and e6, something that is more tricky and safer for like this one. White e6, this one here, he must capture us here. Bet or not, he can try and go king d7 to escape here. But in the early level, that seems to be really tricky. That's why I didn't play that. I think so. It's like a must play thing, but that seems to be so dangerous for my opponent. That's why he declined to play that. But this is like the crucial mistake from him, right? Okay, any other questions? Okay, I don't think there will be some questions here, so I will stop recording here. Okay guys, thank you for watching and hopefully you enjoyed the lessons.